Hey there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy! In the last episode, we were doing stuff in the fountain. I believe we did Battle Rock Galaxy and Slingpod Galaxy. And in this episode, we've got one little itty-bitty galaxy left to do in the fountain. Hello. Thank you. And that would be Bowser's Star Reactor. Let's fly right into Bowser's big ol' eye, because this place is just his head. The Fiery Stronghold. Bring it on, Bowser. Bowser McFozer. Koopa Dad. And now this is a familiar song. It's the Koopa Road. It's looking a lot more colorful than usual. A lot more spacey. I really like that they brought this song back, since it hasn't been... It is a really great song, but you don't get... This is like one of the few times you ever get to hear it. Ow. Because it's not really in any other games other than Mario 64. I really like the Bowser levels in these games. The Bowser Jr. levels are a little bit more just boss-oriented than the Bowser levels, but they're still all good, I would say. Although, I don't know. They're all fine. They're enjoyable. Also, by the way, the reason why I'm being so careful around these guys, in this game, getting crushed is an instant death. So, as opposed to something like Mario 64, where you just lose a certain amount of health, in this game you immediately die. So, do not get crushed by a Thwomp, whatever you do. Also, hi buddy! You're gonna shoot meteorites. But only at the platform, so as long as you hurry, you're gonna be fine. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Wahahaha! You finally made it! Mario's mad. Just in time for me to stomp you into space bits. Alright, Bowser battles in this game... fairly simple. He does lots of jumping around. You want to get him to aim for the blue parts, because as you can see in the clear center, those blue parts have lava coming towards them. So Bowser breaks the glass like an idiot, and then you just kind of do that. And you do that a few times. That's basically it. He gets a few new moves every time you hit him, but it's not very complicated. That's a green wall in my way. You jump a few more times, per usual, but really, for the most part, it's fairly simple. It's kind of like the Mario 64 formula in a way, although at least in this time you don't have to hit him just once. But yeah, basically you fight Bowser a few times over the course of the game, and every single time it's basically the same fight, only a tiny bit harder. Because he never learns his lesson. Music's great though, because it's Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy has great music. What? How foolish, Mario. My plan is too far along now. You really think you can stop me? Poof. He gone. But we do get a Grand Star out of our troubles. So that's nice. That's fun. That's cool. That's different. Not really, but whatever. We got it! Love that background. God, can I just say, I really am super hyped about Super Mario Odyssey coming out later this year on the Switch. I really... Because, honestly, playing games like this, like Mario Galaxy, and Galaxy 2, or Sunshine, or anything, there really is just something really special about these games. A tone, a feeling, the level design, I don't know, it's so nice. And while Mario 3D Land and 3D World were definitely great games that I enjoyed playing, especially 3D World. Anyways, hold on. You rescued another Grand Star, and powers returned to another dome. But I still don't think we have enough star power to fly to the observatory through the universe. The villain who kidnapped your special one took her far from here, to the center of the universe. Once our star power is restored, the observatory will be able to go there. Then you could reunite with your special one. Thank you for reiterating everything we already knew, and interrupting me in the process. Anyways, we've got the kitchen now, so that's cool. It's this place over here. So as I was saying, there's something really special about these kinds of games, and while Mario 3D Land and 3D World were both great games, and honestly, going back to Galaxy right now, there are a surprising amount of, like, weird, like, minor control issues that I don't remember ever having, but I'm experiencing mainly because I'm used to the more recent 3D Mario games. We discovered enemy base. Well, I just got here, so we're gonna be taking our sweet time here in the kitchen. But, like, the thing is, it's really... What am I even trying to say? 3D World plays better, I think, now that I'm really just going back to this, because it's... I think this is the first time I'm really playing Galaxy since 3D World has come out. So it's interesting to really properly compare how it feels, and not just going based on memory. So that's interesting, I think. But there's still just something about, like, the general formula and tone, because, like, 3D Land and 3D World may be good games, but they're certainly much more streamlined. The focus is not on, like, the focuses are just genuinely different. And while it doesn't make the other games bad by any means, they are great games. I think 3D World is one of the best Mario games that has ever come out, because it's just freaking really good, really solid level design. It's just, at the same time, it's not quite, doesn't quite create the same, I guess, nostalgic effect of this game, I guess? I don't know. Kind of eh. Also, you can lure that boo into the spotlight that I turned on if you don't have the rainbow star. But anyways. So I'm really, really excited about Mario Odyssey because it looks to me like it's gonna be... it's gonna have the same great style of level design and... control of Mario 3D World, but have the kind of formula of Galaxy and Sunshine and stuff, and that to me, right there, honestly, this may be setting my expectations way too high, but I don't care. I'm honestly expecting, or at least hoping, that Mario Odyssey is gonna end up being the best Mario game, just flat out ever. Of course, who knows if that's going to be a reality, but it's what I'm kind of hoping for, because frickin' Nintendo makes good games, and every single time they get better at it, it's like, So, I don't know, it's really what I'm kind of hoping for. Mario games are great, man. I love them. Also, introducing the Boo Mushroom. You transformed into Boo Mario! Shake the thing to vanish. But be worried about light, because that'll kill you. Which is kind of ironic, considering in Luigi's Mansion, Boos can only be found by finding them in light rooms. Anyways, in case you didn't really notice, we're here to rescue Luigi. Because, of course, he got trapped in a mansion full of Boos. Bro, you finally came. I got lost with the Toads. It was terrible. But I found a Power Star for that, so that makes up for it, right? Why didn't you just touch the Power Star with your gloves? Because, like, that just sends you to the Comet Observatory without any attempt by you. So, good job, Luigi. You did it. But yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for with Odyssey. It's just that we get another great Mario game of the style of Sunshine Galaxy and stuff, but with so much more fluid controls and just style of 3D world, and like, oh, the visuals are gonna look amazing. It's just gonna be a great game. I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait to find out more about it when E3 comes around. Anyways, welcome back. I can see your brother from here. If you ask him, I bet he'll help you search for Power Stars. And I'm sure he has a lot to tell you. You should go speak to him over there by the garage. Alright, let's go talk to Luigi. What do you want, Luigi? Bro, you're looking for Power Stars, right? Let me help. I think you might have missed one in the Good Egg Galaxy. If I find it, I'll write you a letter. Keep your eyes peeled for it. I can do that. My eyes will be extremely peeled. Just like an onion. That's a really horrifying mental image. Anyways.
Mr. Mario, check it out! I'm the Mailtoad, and I have a letter for you!
Dear Mario, I'm in a faraway place, but I'm alright because you're coming to rescue me. I hope this gift will come in handy.
Princess Peach included 5 1-up mushrooms in her letter. Would you like them now?
Sure.
Even when she's kidnapped, the princess is so thoughtful. Well, come see me next time there's a mail delivery.
It's nice being able to do the Toad voice again when my throat is not completely dead from recording 7 episodes straight in a row, like in the last session. Because I did 1 episode of Twilight Princess and then 6 episodes of Galaxy all in a row, and I did not stop because games are fun, at least when they're Mario. Lol. I really do think that's kind of interesting, though, is that, like, mainstream Mario games, at least, there really aren't any bad ones. The worst ones, most people would say, are the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but even then, they're not bad games. Most people dislike them just because they're unoriginal or whatever, or maybe, like, the visual style is kind of blah or whatever, but, like, I don't know, I don't think that means that they're bad games. Like, all the games are fun in their own ways. Honestly, I think New Super Mario Bros. 2 is a really great game that goes very underrated because it has really fantastic level design. It's just extremely easy and arguably the most unnecessary of the series. Because at least New Super Mario Bros. DS was the first one in the series, so it gets kind of a free pass in some ways for that stuff, because it's like, hey, we're brand new! And then there's also, like, Mario, and then New Super Mario Bros. Wii was like kind of the same thing except with multiplayer, and that was neat. Although it was a little bit more generic, but it also brought back the Koopalings for the first time, so that was cool. But then the Koopalings started to appear all the time, and then New Super Mario Bros. 2 was announced at the same time as New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Mario Bros. 2 isn't even the second one, it's the third one, so that's kind of silly. But then also New Super Mario Bros. 2 is basically New Super Mario Bros. Wii Wii 2, because it basically borrows almost all of its assets from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, from graphics to music to world styles and world order as well, because like New Super Mario Bros. DS still had the same basic kinds of worlds, but they were at least in generally different order. So that's the thing. And then New Super Mario Bros. U came out and it had HD visuals and it was a different visual style, and it actually added new music and challenges and had a 5th player support with the boost mode platforms and gamepad stuff. So in that respect, I can understand why New Super Mario Bros. 2 was like looked at as like, why do you even exist? But honestly, I think it is still a pretty solid game, and I did enjoy playing through it. And I think that's what's the interesting thing, is that like Mario games, even at their arguable worst, as far as the mainstream games go, are still really freaking good games. You show someone who's never seen a Mario game in his life, and show them like New Super Mario Bros. 2, and they're gonna love it. Because it's a good game, it's a good platformer. Even I guess they might not like it if they think it's too easy, but even then, it's still fun. And easiness does not necessarily mean good or bad or whatever and whatnot. Because if that's how it works, then I Want to Be the Guy is the best game ever made, practically. And that's just flat out false. Difficulty does not mean anything. And some gamers just don't like difficult things. Like, some people may think, like, Dark Souls or whatever is, like, one of the best series in gaming history, and you know what? That's fine, that's great. Go ahead, like Dark Souls as much as you want, but understand that not every gamer is going to be seeking that kind of difficulty out of their games. Some people just want to play them for fun. And while that may be fun for some people, it may not be fun for others. People have different tastes, so what's fun is completely in the eye of the beholder. So, in that regard, it's like, what am I trying to say? People have different tastes, and people find fun in different things. Some people might find it fun to have that kind of extremely difficult challenge, but other people might prefer something more casual, like, say, I don't know, Kirby's Epic Yarn, or Animal Crossing, or, I don't know, Angry Birds, or Candy Crush. We're all gamers, just let people enjoy what they want. And I mean, at least if you want to criticize games, don't criticize things that are strongly based in opinion. Like, being like, oh, this is just genuinely an awful thing because it's, like, because it's too easy. It's like, well, why is too easy a problem? Because some games are just trying to be easy. You wouldn't criticize Kirby's Epic Yarn and say it's a bad game because it's an easy game. In fact, it's one of the higher rated Kirby games in general, because, I don't know, most people seem to really love Epic Yarn for some reason. No, I did not want that. But, I don't know, and then there are other things that, I don't know, it's all up to interpretation, and there are ways to criticize a game in ways that aren't specifically based on opinionated things, like, everything admittedly is just genuinely up to opinion. Like, my criticisms of Freedom Planet, some people just may not agree with completely, because it's up to opinion. But I think what you need to do when you criticize, the important thing about criticism is making it clear what you think and why you think it that way. Because it doesn't have, people don't have to agree with how you think about things, but if they don't understand why and how you think about things, then then it doesn't work. Then it comes off as just unnecessary complaining and stupid, and people are like, what the heck are you thinking? That's not true at all. Or whatever. And so it's like, so that's an important aspect of game design analysis and stuff. It's like understanding that there's no necessarily right or wrong. There's just what people want out of their games. So, I don't know. It's a weird topic to discuss, admittedly. Especially since I critique so much of stuff, and I mean, I just came came out of this thing, like, complaining up the wazoo about Freedom Planet recently, so, I mean... I'm one to talk. And honestly, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes you just don't, you genuinely just don't, it can be hard, especially when doing, like, a live video like this and not, like, taking the time to really stop and, like, think about all your thoughts. And, like, a slow, more relaxed, more focused, more, like, streamlined approach. Sometimes it can just be genuinely really hard to, like, properly figure out, like, okay, what do I think? Why am I thinking this way? And doing that live while trying to do other commentary can cause it to sound a little awkward, honestly. I will freely admit to that. But I don't think that really, means that you shouldn't ever try, I guess. So, it's whatever, just accept that sometimes we're gonna have different opinions, people are always gonna have different opinions, and the important thing is whether or not you can make your opinion relatable and understandable. Anyways, I just did a lot of different stuff that I didn't really talk about because I had other topics, but I think that's fine. Honestly, I lingered on most stuff visually so that you can get what's going on even if you're not, even without my explanation. And sometimes I feel like explaining everything, little thing that's going on can seem a little bit like, what's the word? Patronizing? It can seem a little patronizing at times to be like, hey, this is what's going on! It's as if you're clearly not watching the video. But whatever. Anyways, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy, I have finished my topic. I will be continuing to play more Ghostly Galaxy and other galaxies in the kitchen. So, see you guys then.